Yo, May 7th, 2023. It's a Sunday down here in Florida. It's beautiful outside, right? Fifth month into the year. Um, y'all love New Year's resolution. Y'all still remember that? Y'all still remember what y'all said? Y'all still remember what y'all wrote down? Y'all still remember how y'all came out of 2022 and we came into 2023 and I'm fired up and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Do you still feel that? If not, hey, we're going to get back to it today. All right, we're gonna get back to it today. Whatever it was that you felt, whatever it was that you came into this year with, right? We're gonna get back to it because it's May 7th. And we may have forgot about it, right? Come January 16th, we done forgot all about it, right? Because we back in reality. You know what I'm saying? We back and living day by day. Instead of remembering that feeling, instead of living in that feeling of excitement of something new, right? Of just going for something, right? We sink in our reality and we forget about something new is on the way. I'm believing something new is on the way, right? Increase your belief. This ain't even what I'm gonna talk about. This is for free. You gotta increase your belief each and every day. You gotta feed yourself. You gotta feed yourself, right? Every day it's gotta be like wood added to a fire, right? And that fire inside of you is your purpose. If you don't find out what your purpose is, it does not matter what your why is. Okay? When people talk about, man, remember your why. Yeah, remember your why. Remember why you doing something. Remember why you fighting for it. But what is the purpose of you fighting for it? What is the purpose of it? If you obtain whatever your why is, what's the purpose? You know what I'm saying? And that's the fire. So motivation is wood added to your fire. So you got to increase your belief level. That's the wood. You got to increase your belief level every day, whether it's the right conversation, whether it's the right podcast, the right video, whatever it is, you got to add wood to your fire. You got to increase your belief to your purpose so that your why becomes reality. Hope it makes sense, right? So today, man, I just want to come to y'all. I want to ask y'all a question. What are you doing? What are you doing right now in life, right? Like, what's your routine? When you wake up in the morning, are you thanking God or thanking whoever you believe for a new day, right? Because whomever you believe in, right, they kept you overnight. You were asleep. You didn't know that you were asleep for real, for real. You know, you laid down and went to sleep, but you lose all control of your body, right? And then you wake up in the morning and, hey, I'm still alive. So what are you doing? Are you going straight to your phone? Are you being thankful, right? Are you thinking about your current situation, right? What are you doing? As you go throughout your day, do you have a purpose of how you go throughout your day, right? Or are you just going, well, I'm just doing the same thing. I'm just going to go start up the car, just believing it's going to start, right? I'm just going to wash my face. I'm just going to go to work, right? I'm going to come home and eat and shower and clean up and do the same thing over and over, right? I can't wait till Friday evening because I get ready for the weekend, right? And then you get to the weekend and you got a day and a half. And then it comes today, Sunday, and then, I'm getting ready for work, do it all over again. What in the hell are you doing? Right? Like, for real, what are we doing with our life? You know, so we got to realize, man, that, hey, you got to take control. Control, alt, delete. Control what you can. Alter what needs to be removed. Delete all the foolishness. Delete all the BS, right? I believe in growth. And so what I also believe is that a lot of us are living mediocre. You're going to live in a mediocre life until you change your mind, until you shift your mind to growth, until you shift your mind to being better, right? My grandmother used to always tell me, God bless her soul, one day you're going to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. One day you're going to get sick and tired of your situation, right? You're going to get sick and tired of the conversations. You're going to get sick and tired of their relationship. You're going to get sick and tired of not being treated right. You're going to get sick and tired of not being held accountable, held valuable, right? You're going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. And so that's when the decision comes. Because when you make a committed decision that by any means necessary, I'm going to get what I came here for, right? Whether it's more money, whether it's more love, whether it's more time, whatever the more ... is, when you make a committed decision and you stay consistent with it, because you got to be persistent in staying consistent. Look up the word persistent, right? Because when you do that, you're going to get it because your mind made up. Anybody know that a person with a mind made up is a bad somebody? Right? But I believe, man, that you got to be great. My motto is to be great on purpose. Everything that you go to do, be great at it on purpose. So that means that you got to be the best, right? You got to be the best at who you are. But in being the best, holding yourself right, when we hold ourselves accountable and we go be the best, you got to understand that you cannot be a blaming person. And so I have it in parentheses there. I've got it in parentheses there, right? Because you got to look up the word lame. I believe in breaking things down and making it simple and making it plain. When you look up the word lame, right, it says that someone is unable to move, unable to walk, right? When you blame someone, the legs of your mind are unable to move forward because they're always looking backward. When you blaming something, or you blaming somebody, or you blaming your situation, or you just blaming, you putting all blame on somebody else or some other thing. And there may be some truth to it, but at the same time, the legs of your mind, or possibly the physical legs, right? You're not able to move forward because you're always hanging on to the past. Next thing, right? When it talks about when I look at how do I be the best, right? I believe that the E means, right, evolve, right? Evolve. The conversations that you have and the people that you're around, what you listening to, what you think about, right? Everything. If it's not evolving you, it's dissolving you. You're literally dying every day, physically, literally, right? Depending on who you're around, what you listen to, what you watch, what you eat, the whole 9 yards. What are you doing? I hope this makes sense, man. The next thing, right? We're going to keep it pushing, man, because I could talk all day on this stuff, man. But the next thing when it comes to being your best, right? You got to realize you got to take accountability of yourself. Every day it's about yourself, right? They say, man, when a plane going down, you better save yourself first, right? How you gonna help somebody and you can't help yourself, right? Because a lot of us have a great heart and we want to help people, right? But when you help somebody else, you hurting yourself. Now that's just working behind backwards. It's Sunday, so I ain't gonna talk how I really want to talk, right? But that's just working behind backwards because you're going to help somebody else, but at the same time, you're hurting yourself. There's nothing wrong with saying no. That saying no is going to be healthy, right? Because when you get to the point to where you need to be, and then you can go lend a hand to somebody else, and it does not impact you negatively in any way, right? You can go be a blessing to somebody else and not think about or want anything in return. That's where you got to get to, right? But it's a process. You got to get to that point, right? Because we are born looking like our parents, but we die looking like our decisions. We pay our bills. You pay your bills. You deal with what you deal with, right? You know what I'm saying? You do it. So you got to worry about yourself. You got to get yourself together. You got to get your own mental self together. You got to get your health together. You got to focus on you. This may be that season, right? So it's not necessarily being selfish, but it's understanding, hey, I got to get myself together, right? And so my last thing when it comes to being the best, it's a concept, man. I want y'all to look up some good stuff right here, man. It's the tree, and specifically a tree. When you look it up, right, and you're gonna understand that, hey, this thing is about a process, right? When you're doing something, you may be doing everything right. You may have been doing it right for years, right? You may have been dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's, right? Putting all the punctuations right. You may have been doing everything the way you're supposed to be doing it, but you're not seeing the fruits of your labor yet. If you give up, you're going to be giving up too soon, right? Too soon. He may be like, man, I've been going at this for so long. No, don't give up because you done gave up too soon. Because you're right on the brink of it, right? And you think about everybody who is successful, whomever you call successful, whomever you compare. Well, don't compare yourself, right? Because that's how you hurt yourself. If you're not a tough person mentally, you better not compare yourself to somebody else. I hope it makes sense, right? But when you look at the Chinese bamboo tree and you look at that concept and you understand, hey, this thing's a process. I may not see it right now, but I'm gonna plant my seeds. I'm gonna plant my seeds and I'm gonna water it and I'm gonna fertilize that ground, right? And I'm gonna continue to plant my seeds and I'm gonna continue because there is a harvest coming. Your harvest is on the way, but it's determined, your harvest is determined on how many seeds you planted. So if you plant a few seeds, you're going to get a little harvest. That means you're going to have a little bank account. But if you plant big seeds, a big amount of seeds, right, you're going to have a big harvest. And you're going to have abundance. You're going to have more of everything that you want in life. So I hope that this conversation helps, man. Going back to the question, what are you doing? Right, we the 5th month into the year. Right, what are you doing? You make your own decisions. Stop blaming other people. Understand that, hey, whatever I'm doing has got to be about growth. It's got to be about evolving, right? Because I'm going to focus on myself. 2023 is about me, right? Not necessarily being focused, but just basically saying that, look, I've got to get myself together so I can get everything around me together. Does that make sense? And then lastly, man, it's the concept of the Chinese bamboo tree, because nothing, right, that's worth having, that's solid, that's a good foundation, that's going to last, if it happens overnight, it's probably going to crumble overnight. But this thing's about a process, right? So again, man, I believe that go be great on purpose. Go be great on purpose in everything that you go to do. It's not live no mediocre life. You weren't created to be mediocre. You was created to be an entrepreneur. You was created to be great. That's why the great I am is within us, right? He created us to be great on purpose.